Most of us in this classroom either have known someone, know someone, or know of someone who suffers from a medical condition that seems like it'll never get better. They go to the doctor, but nothing seems to help them. Well, what if I told you that there's something that could help ease your symptoms? Medical marijuana. So some of you might be asking, what exactly is medical marijuana? Well, medical marijuana can be defined as marijuana that is recommended by a doctor to treat certain medical conditions. Medical marijuana has shown a lot of promise in helping patients cope with pain. If you look here, this is one of the forms that medical marijuana can come in, and in a video later you will see a different form of an oil. So it shows a lot of promise in helping with pain, such as the nerve pain that's associated with multiple sclerosis, as well as the muscle tremors that are associated with Parkinson's disease. And it can also help with the pain and wasting syndrome that's associated with HIV and the seizures that are a result of epilepsy. You can see them now.
You publish, moments of joy are all too brief. Diagnosed with severe epilepsy and cerebral palsy from birth, leaving him with brain damage, and suffered seizures, dozens a day. Now they're nearly all gone, with just a few drops a day of medical marijuana, cannabis oil, mixed into his food.
We saw a difference immediately, and then after a few weeks we didn't see any seizures at all.
Other medicines didn't work, his father says, or worse, caused severe side effects. Levy has now been on medical cannabis for a year and a half. This cannabis oil was developed in northern Israel. The oil is high in CBD, the pharmacological ingredient in cannabis, and low in THC, the psychoactive ingredient, a drug that makes you high. There's little research on the effects of medical cannabis on babies, but Pavlush has all the results he needs. Levy hasn't had a seizure in months.
Yeah, this is kind of when we feel that.
He takes the CBD.
Another major benefit of medical marijuana is that it has the potential to decrease the amount of prescription opioids and helping to wean the addicted off of them. The positive effects of medical marijuana are really beginning to show in states where medical marijuana is legal, where on average, these states reduce deaths caused by opioids by 24.8%, which is huge considering that in the year 2016 alone, overdoses killed as many people as the total amount that died in the Vietnam War. This crisis is very prevalent in Logan County, West Virginia, where Richard Ojeda grew up. He describes the constant horror of seeing people every day who are addicted to opioids and even walking into public restrooms to find people overdosed on the bathroom floor. Ojeda knew the awful effects of opioids and is determined to end this crisis, so he ran for a legislative position. While serving, he sponsored the legislature to legalize marijuana, hoping that it will decrease opioid abuse. Even though Ojeda is a Democrat who is surrounded by Republicans, all of them have seen the devastating effects of opioid abuse, and so they came together to bring change in legalized medical marijuana. The most common use of medical marijuana is for pain control, or chronic pain, which is pain lasting any longer than 12 weeks. Most of the time, chronic pain is developed after an injury or it's a result of a medical condition. The promise that marijuana shows in helping with pain control is very significant, considering that over 50 million Americans suffer with chronic pain. So why isn't marijuana legal yet? The main factor that's preventing legislation of legalizing marijuana is that in many states it lacks overall research, and so there's misconceptions. Although medical marijuana is effective in reducing the symptoms of many disorders, people worry about the effects the legalization will have. One of the first concerns is the addictiveness of marijuana. Marijuana can become slightly addictive if used too often. However, the addictiveness of medical marijuana is significantly less than the other drugs that are being used to treat the same disorders and symptoms. Another common aspect of concern is that the legalization will increase crime. Some might think this to be true, but multiple studies results, as the studies done by the University of California, Los Angeles, and the RAND Corporation, have found that there is no evidence that medical marijuana legalization will cause crime to rise. Actually, keeping medical marijuana illegal increases the demand on the black market, which not just prevents those in pain from getting the help they needed, but it also increases illegal activity as a result. In conclusion, medical marijuana is very beneficial, and it's a tool with a wide variety of uses that we should take advantage of. Legalizing medical marijuana would allow those who are in pain and ill to get the treatment they deserve.